Hello, I'm Kara Wenzel. I'm a program attorney here at Quimbee, and today I'm talking with Amol Pashnanda. Hi, Amol.
Hi, Kara. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Today we are going to talk about lease due diligence for M&A transactions. But before we get into the meat of the presentation, I'd just like to take a brief moment to thank you, Amol, for coming to talk to us about this and also give some background on your practice.
Sure.
If you don't
It's
mind.
my pleasure. We always, I feel like leasing is the only thing that I can talk about intelligently. So I'll do my best to do that. Uh, I am a founder of the law firm of Ross, Katz, and Patchnanda. My practice is focused primarily on real estate. I would say majority of it is leasing, represent both landlords and tenants in office, retail, and warehouse leasing. I try to approach leases from a business point of view, where we're really trying to achieve the tenant's business objectives in a cost-efficient manner while still being friendly with the other side.
Great, great. And I also heard that you have a leasing minute segment. Is that a podcast or a video that you produce?
So, that's something I started doing on LinkedIn. I
Oh,
would say maybe in the middle of the pandemic last year.
okay.
Just the kind of as just another way to get the information and my knowledge out there. And I try to do it regularly, and I try to keep it short. We try to keep it to like under a minute,
Cool.
where we'll touch high level leasing stuff that I think people may be curious about, or maybe it just triggers something, and it leads to maybe more thought and more questions. But that's really kind of the gist of it. Try to hit high level stuff quickly.
Well, I will definitely have to check you out on LinkedIn.
I
Thanks.
think we're gonna go longer than a minute, though, right? I think.
Yeah, this one I think we will. I
All
have full faith. All right. Well, like I said, we are going to be talking about conducting effective due diligence in connection with M&A transactions on leases. So, just jumping in, I think most of us have seen some sort of real estate contract for a sale, either land or property, both. Um, why would you say, though, that contracts for purchase or sale are shorter in length or fewer pages when leases, which are not permanent, it's not an actual acquisition,
Right.
can be 100 plus pages or more?
That's a very good question. I look at purchase and sale contracts as really capturing a moment in time, because with very few exceptions, once the seller transfers the property to the buyer with the deed, that relationship is over. Right now, the new buyer has to deal with the tenants of that property, but that seller buyer relationship is over. And if you contrast that with a lease is a long term relationship. Many leases will run 10 to 15 years. If it's a warehouse lease, it may even be 25 years. And in that 10, 15, 25-year period, a number of things can happen. Of course, you just have the normal day to day issues that may arise during a lease, but you also have change in the parties, right? The landlord could sell the building, and now you have somebody else as the landlord, or the tenant could be sold and acquired by another entity. And so now you have a different tenant. So I think one of the reasons leases are longer is because attorneys are trying to anticipate all the issues that may arise. Just one based on prior experience, one and secondly based on the tenant specific requirements. Because the leverage that the tenant has is right before the lease is signed, and same for the landlord, right? Once the lease is signed, if you want to change something that's not specifically provided in the lease, you got to get back in the conference room and hash it out again. So I think that's one reason. why leases tend to run longer. Notwithstanding what you said, that you're not really getting anything. It's you're renting space.